about what I wanna see, and I will leave this cross and climb the hill, you'll see.
Hello and welcome, fellow pathfinders. My name is Deanne and this is King Nuts Tarot. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. I'm going to do something a little bit different today and see how it goes. So I haven't picked any cards. I'm going to do a July reading, see what energies we're in this month. Start off with the tarot cards, see what energies we're in, and then if I feel like pulling anything else, if I get drawn to, then we'll go that way. So, without further ado, I've already cleansed this space, and we'll just get right into it. So, I'll pop that over there. Oh, that's it. Right then. So, we're going to start off with what sort of energies you're feeling in this month. Hang on, just flip that round there. That's it. Right, so what energies are we in? Okay, it's just telling me to pull one from the middle. Right, so fresh perspectives. Let's show that card. Yeah, so the energy of July is talking about fresh perspectives. Trying to find your peace. Looking at things from a different point of view, maybe point of view, different points of view that you've held so far. Right, I'm just going to pull, actually, what sort of point of views are we looking at? I'm going to use these ones. Right, so points of view, different perspectives. Maybe trying something new. You'd be trying some different things this month, getting out of your comfort zone a bit more. I think we should all do that once in a while. Me included. I've got a few new things in the works this month, so we'll see how they turn out. Right, so anything else on this? Energies of July. The peacock. Right, so Ace of Swords this is, and obviously it's got that underneath, but as the peacock, I feel it taking different points of view, trying things new, trying things, that excite you. Show off a little bit. Get yourself seen. If you were thinking about, a new job prospect or, you've got to get out there to, for people to see you. Don't be too flashy though, got a lightning strike here. Although this could also indicate that, maybe having a different perspective or a different way of doing things will, give you that lightning bolt of, what's the word I'm looking for? New inspiration for something. Yeah? So we'll pop that with that one. Right, so that's the energies of July. New things, new perspectives, new ways of looking at things. Right, so we'll pull a card for, this is the people around you. Loved ones, friends, family, people you work with, that sort of thing. So take that as it resonates. Can I have a card for that one, please? Right, so with this card here, I feel like with this one in particular, excuse me, it could go two ways, this card, actually. So in some ways, you can look at it like you're watching your back, you know. Maybe energies in the sort of past, you know, this fresh perspective have caused you some sort of, I can't even think of my words today, you know, anxiety or frustrations, you know, that kind of thing. Also with this card though, these bonds here have been broken. I don't know whether you can see that, can you? Yeah. So she's broke the bonds here, she's put the sword away, but she's still got that sword there. You know, it's still there in case it should be needed. I feel like the people in your life, though, are giving you, yet again, like this one, fresh perspectives. You know, maybe seeing them for what they are, you know, what their true intentions are, or what their true feelings are for you. You know, maybe for someone out there, they've been put in bonds before now, you know, always fighting the corner, looking at the back, you know. But these bonds have been broken here. As I say, the sword's been put away, not speaking about things, so maybe holding your own counsel, you know, unless you feel it's wise or necessary to, you know, engage with them people, you know, in a conversation or whatever. I do feel that maybe some of these people in your life have put you through a bit of a trying time, but you've got this new perspective or new outlook on things. So I don't feel that, you know, anything in July, you know, there's nothing you can't handle with people in July, I feel. You know, you're at the ready, you've got your eye out, but, you know, you've broke them bonds, so you're not letting it bother you. You know what people are about. Right, I'm going to pull a card here just to see what else we get off that one. Yeah, see, another one. 9 of Swords, yeah. Now, you've got the Thunderbolt here again, yeah, like this one. So, which is also the Swords. So, having new ideas, you know, or this could be, as I said before, realising what people are all about, you know, you're seeing who's important to you, who's not so important, you know, who's going with you on the next step, you know, through July, who's not, you know, that kind of thing. It doesn't have to be people, but it is about loved ones and family. So that could be your home environment as well. You know, it could be anything to do with your sort of everyday life and the people in your life. Now, I'm getting this one here, that there's been tears and frustrations, letting go of emotions. So I feel that July will be about letting go of them emotions, people, you know, things in your life that aren't for your, you know, aren't going on that journey with you any further. I guess you'll be seeing that for what it is this month. Right, so in the house of money, what do your finances look like this July? Hope we get a good one for this one. We could all do with a little bit more money. Right. So, finances. Right, so I feel with this one, I feel like someone's been saving for a rainy day, or maybe there's been some sort of thank you, Spirit. Yeah. So I feel with this one, overall energy, not facing, that's not the right word. Hang on. Let me just think about this one. Yeah, so yet again, I'm getting a perspective issue here. You know, your perspective on the finances. I feel that the finances have been put away somewhere. You know, maybe it's your thought patterns about your finances, you know, putting them in a box. You've always thought the same way about money, so therefore, you know, it's in a lack mentality. If you look at this card here, you can turn round here, yeah? You can turn round, you can change things around. Maybe this is also to do with finances being held up somewhere, you know, kept in the dark about finances, you know, before this month. This one, I feel, if you can overcome that fear of lack in something, you know, and start new projects, start, you know, looking at things in a different way, I feel that finances will improve. Yeah, you do have the potential to increase your finances. There's every potential there. You've got the 10 here. So it's a completion of a cycle as well. So if you were in that mindset of lack, or maybe, you know, you're worrying because, you know, you've lost your job, or, you know, maybe, I don't know, you've had extra bills to pay, or, you know, maybe it's always, it comes in, it goes out, you know. I feel July is a month where you'll be getting a fresh perspective on your finances as well. You know, a different way of resourcing them. So let's just see what else we have for the finances. Yeah, the star. Right, so brightness, hope. Be careful not to obviously overspend, or, you know, put all your eggs in one basket, as it were. But significant improvements in July should you have a different outlook on the way that you attract money or attract finances, yeah? This could go back to the different perspectives, trying things new, you know, figuring out what it is you want, light bulb moment. I also, hang on. Yeah, so I've got, like, these look like little bees or something to me, you know. Yeah, so like worker bees. So maybe finding a new job, you know, maybe some of you are finding a new job, maybe, you know, some sort of hobby or side hustle that you've been doing, you know, is bringing in extra finances or a new way of working that. I'm also getting purple crystal, purple. So like amethyst, or, you know, if you're drawn to that, you know, or some sort of purple crystal, maybe wearing the colour purple. It is telling me purple though, because you have got a lot of purple cards. Even in these cards here, it's purple. So I think the colour purple will be significant to someone in the month of July. Right, so we have job prospects, or what's going on with your job through July. Ah, right. So what was I just saying about that one? You know, opening up to new, you know, possibilities. Right, so we have the Fool, yeah? going on this new journey. Maybe you've been thinking about taking a new job or a new, sort of career avenue. Maybe you're learning something new, going back to school, gaining more knowledge, something that's a bit more fun. Yeah. Hang on, I'm just getting something here. Yeah, so I'm getting with someone, this is an overall reading, obviously collective, but for someone I'm getting going solo. Maybe for someone, the job or the career that they've been in hasn't been, working for a boss or, not fun, getting up every morning, 9 to 5, that kind of thing. I think July will probably bring a fresh job opportunities or side hustle opportunities, or just some time, to have fun with your job. It's not going to feel like, mundane, or not necessarily that happening in July, but you're going to start the process of that in July. So that could be, applying for new jobs, like I said, going back to college, just gaining some knowledge or some joy somewhere, with that job. Or maybe, putting a new lease of life into, a job that you've got, or, your own business, maybe tweaking something, in that business if business has been slow. Finding out what works, basically, being like a child, full of wonder and, exploring new things that excite you. All right, so we'll pull another one with this one. Yep, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, so I've got business here, professional, so I do feel that we've got the Pentacles here as well, Queen of Pentacles. I feel this is a fertile time at the minute if you are trying something new with the Fool and the Rabbit here. Yeah. So I feel that whatever you start in July, even if it's something small, like, I don't know, maybe rewriting your CV, applying for a job, like for a job or a course, or, as examples. What other examples have I got? I don't know. Maybe it's for something that you've always wanted to try, but you didn't really have the confidence before. I feel that July is, with this perspective and moving on sort of thing, and the peacock here, I think July is going to be a month of experimentation. Yeah. Seeing what gives you joy, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, that kind of thing, Also, though, I do feel a move in job for someone. I also feel that there could be many, 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 many opportunities, not just the one. If you start looking, I feel that a lot of things will open up, new opportunities, new prospects, new avenues, that sort of thing. Right, so for health during July, let's have a look at the health. Are they all in? It's a bit dark on here, isn't it? Just realised. Up that a little bit. No, it's going to move that, isn't it? I wonder if... Hang on a minute. Sorry, it's very dark. Is that any better? Not really, is it? Oh well. Right, so health. How is your health for July? I've got 2 here, so maybe I'll take them both. Right, so I feel this card here, Temperance. Don't even know whether you can see that now because it's dark. Oh. With this one, I'm feeling balance. Are you working too hard? Are you not are you not getting enough exercise, or are you overdoing things? I think July, health-wise, is a pretty balanced month by the looks of it. However, if you've any concerns over your health, or not even concerns necessarily, but if you're getting an intuitive guidance that maybe you should drink more water, or maybe you should go and see a doctor, or something's telling you that you should listen to that intuition. I'm also getting, be creative with your health. So for instance, as an example, if you've always been the sort of person that goes to like say the same doctor, I know that's doesn't happen very often now because you get different doctors every time, don't you? But if you've always gone to the same place for, I don't know, your supplements, say, or maybe you've always gone to the same health shop, or maybe you've always gone to the same person for health advice, or it's always I feel July will be a time where you might start looking into other avenues. So as an example, alternative healers, chiropractors, maybe even a different supplement supplier. Maybe, I don't know, if you get bottled water, changing your bottled water, that kind of things. Changing things up a bit if it feels right to you. Go off your own instincts for that one. But if you go, this could be your mental health as well, not just your physical health. It's telling you, make sure that, so I'm getting alkaline as well and acidity. So, bringing your body back into alkaline. If you eat a lot of acidic foods or, stuff like that, maybe try finding foods that are more alkaline, to alkaline your body. I'm also getting that someone might benefit from drinking water out of a copper cup. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that's what I'm getting, so I'm giving it to you. Copper could be very beneficial. Maybe if that interests you, look into that a little bit more, or if you've got any sort of ongoing health concerns, maybe, and up to now nothing's been working, maybe try some sort of other avenue if it feels right to you. I'm not a medical advisor in expert in anything, so always consult your doctor before trying new things. But if it feels right to you, then go for it. Right, I'm just gonna with this one, because it come out at the same time as well. Hang on a minute. With this one as well. Sorry, I'm going to go back to this one first. I'm also getting that if you've been feeling stressed a lot lately, or, to do with your health, it's making you ill, just try maybe, going with the flow a little bit more, not, I know that's easier said than done, but, trying to relax about it and, not get stressed over it is what I'm getting. I'm also getting that someone will have a dream, some sort of dream that will help in that area. Right, okay, I'll leave it there, but take that as it resonates. I've got Taurus energy here as well. That came out at the same time. Yeah, following your own intuition there. Yet again, you have the knowledge there. So, go and seek advice, but how can I put this? So go and seek advice wherever you think, wherever you see fit to seek advice from. But then sit with yourself before making a decision. Sit with yourself and, feel in your stomach or your heart, is that right for you before making a decision, about your health. Right, so I'm just going to... I've got anything else on that one before I move on, actually. Yeah. Right, okay. I don't know, I'm feeling that this is about this one and this one, so I'm going to put it there, but same sort of thing, yeah. Right, okay. Get another, too many cards there. Yeah, 8 of Swords. You've got a lot of sword energy here, I've noticed. Yeah, so with this one, the health, it's come back to the feeling bound and gagged sort of energy, frustration. So maybe, someone's feeling frustrated with the way that the health's been going, or some sort of health professional, in whatever capacity, you're not really getting anywhere with them. So yet again, to what I said before, you weigh up whether it's right for you, don't let anyone else tell you, no, this is what you have to do, that's what you have to do, If you feel that their advice is valid, and it feels right to you, then go ahead, go with what you think's right. Yeah? You don't have to stick to the same person, is what I'm saying. Yeah, or the same, way of that you've always done things, We've got fresh perspectives here, so... And taking action on it as well, not just going, I'll do that later, take action on it once it feels right to you, that information. Oh. Right, so before I look at that one, right, so I did get the feeling that this one goes in. So this is travel. So if you're travelling at the minute, it could just be an inner journey if you're not thinking about doing any travelling. However, because we've got this bit here, inner journey, finding out, about yourself, but also travelling. I feel that this card would be a good travelling card. We've got Rado here on the runes, if you see this. Now that's, it's travel and movement, journey, but it's also introspection. Yeah, so as I said before, learning more about yourself, on your life journey. Yeah, what's the next step of your life journey, first of all? Yeah, But this could also mean travel as well. So this is a good card for travelling. So if you did want to, you're going on your summer holidays, or, just going for a little break away, this is a really good card to pull. I also feel with someone that, obviously this is collective readings, to take it as it resonates, but I also feel that someone's going to be travelling to do with some sort of new pathway, new journey, new job, new, enterprise that is coming up. I reckon this will be quite beneficial, for that travelling. Maybe it's travelling all over the world. Maybe someone will give you an opportunity to travel. All I will say is, though, if this is resonating with you, then go and get your passport sorted out, because this could come as a opportunity that comes out of the blue. You weren't planning on it. Not for everyone, take that as it resonates, but I do feel with someone that, it's the kind of energy that someone will just turn up and say, oh, I've booked this trip to, I don't know, Barbados, let's go, sort of thing. And you don't want to be sat there going, oh, well, I haven't got my passport. Do you know what I mean? So take that as it resonates, but that's what I'm getting. Yeah, so I've got 4 of Swords. You've got all swords for July. Or we have, I'm taking this energy as well here, so because some of it's resonating with me. But yeah, because this one was the health one as well, and we picked that card, I feel that these 2 cards as well are going into each other. So, maybe taking a trip away to recuperate if you have been feeling ill. Yeah? That's what I'm getting off this, because I feel that all these cards here are that, obviously 4 is half of 8. I picked that card with that one. So I feel that the health and the travel is interchangeable for someone. Yeah. So if you've been feeling, a bit down, or, whatever, just not yourself, basically, maybe getting away for, a quick break. If you can't go away for, say, the weekend, or, maybe take yourself out for the day, or, a couple of hours, or, if you can't go alone, for whatever reason, maybe, ask one of the girls or whoever, one of your family, let's go out for a couple of hours. I'm getting somewhere new, somewhere you haven't been before, somewhere that you can explore. Because I'm getting an overall energy here that July is going to be all about the exploring. Finding out new things about yourself and about the world. Yeah? So I'm just going to pull a... what am I going to pull? Hang on. Right, I'm going to pull an angel card to finish us off. And then maybe an angel number as well. So this shall be the angel for the month. Whatever this angel's got a message. Okay, that one. Right, so we have the angel of guidance. I don't know whether you can see that. I'm so sorry about the poor light. Right, so I have, today I ask you to simply flow. And if you find yourself being blocked or frozen along your path, look up and smile. Today your angel of guidance is watching over you and will not allow you to step into deep waters. If a project, partnership or travel is on the horizon, then look a little deeper into this situation. Have as much information as possible before you commit to any decision. In time, you will understand why. Excuse me. Right, so that's what I was saying, wasn't I? Well, kind of saying, with this health. Yeah, well, maybe overall, look into any situation, like the, perspectives, as I was saying before, who are the people around you, that perspective on things. What's your situation with money? How do you feel about it? This new job, or, this new venture that you're, thinking about or going on. Your health, like I said before about, certain health practitioner or, certain supplements you've been taking, maybe look a bit more into that. And then travel as well. Like I said before about, someone could say, come on, we're off to Barbados, and you're like, look into that first. But overall, July is pretty good energy for, like I said, exploration. I don't see any, big hiccups in the road. And then, which is always good, isn't it? Because I don't know about you, but June was a bit hectic in my life, I tell you. I could do with a little bit boring, honestly, for the July. Right, I'll pick a angel number. So if you're seeing this number throughout July, this is the angels, spirit, however you want to take it, trying to give you a message. So when you see this number, it's confirmation that whatever you were thinking about or doing, the angels got your back. So we've got 666, balance and harmony. Seek balance and harmony in all aspects of your life. It will lead to peace and success. Yeah. So also balance, yeah? Everything in balance. Right, well, thank you for viewing me today. I hope you got something out of that. And if you did, please leave a like or a comment. If you're new here, please consider subscribing or sharing it with someone that might benefit from it. And if you do get 666, let me know in the comments where it showed up for you. All right. And hopefully have a good rest of your day, and hopefully I shall see you on the next one. Bye.